Paul rents a lawnmower for $8 per hour. A formula representing this relationship is C equals 8 times T, where C is the rental cost in dollars, and T is the time in hours. So it says to make a table of values. So we're going to do just that. So this is time, T, and that's in hours. And then this is the cost, C, and that's in dollars. I like to have all of those details in the chart. So we can make up any number we want, but 0 is a good starting place. And time in hours, we can just do 1, 2, and 3. And if you started at 1, that's fine. And then you just end up going to 4. So if C is equal to 8 times T, then I'm going to take this number and multiply it by 8 to get the number below it. So 0 times 8 is 0. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 8 is 16. And 3 times 8 is 24. So those are my costs per the amount of time that you rent it. It says to graph the ordered pairs in your table. So we'll start with 0, 0. That's what this ordered pair is. It's 0, 0. And that's going to go right there on the origin. Then I've got an ordered pair 1, 8. So in order to do this, we need to change these values. These are useless. So the time is across the bottom. This is time, T, and that's in hours. And then my cost, I'm going to go with 8, 16, 24, 32. I'm going to count up by 8s all the way up until I run out of space, which is going to be 88 for the top number. And this is my cost, C, and that's in dollars. So now 0, 0 is still there. That's fine. 1, 8, find my 1 hour mark and $8 right there. Next one is 2, 16. So 2 hours and $16. And then 3, 24. 3 there, 24 here. The way that we've created these axes, it's a perfectly straight diagonal line at a 45-degree angle. Right one, up one, right one, up one, right one, up one, the whole way. Now we should have a title on our graph as well. Cost of lawnmower rental, or something like that anyway. So now we've graphed the ordered pairs. We've got 4 of them there. Now this doesn't take up the whole graph with these particular numbers, but that's okay in this instance. Part C, is it reasonable to have points between those on the graph? Explain. So this is cost per hour. Now theoretically you could maybe rent it for half an hour or 15 minutes. Those are possibilities. Typically though, I think with rental companies, they're only going to rent by the hour. So if you keep it an hour and 5 minutes, you probably pay 2 hours. It's a way for them to make a little extra money. It keeps the calculations down. It's not very customer friendly, but that's how that would work. So is it reasonable to have points on those between them? Maybe. It depends on whether, did I spell that right? That doesn't look right. I combined the two weathers, didn't I? No, was that right? Yeah, it was right. Sorry. It depends on whether the rental company bills in partial hours. Reality, yeah, sure, you could rent it for a partial hour, but it depends on the company whether they allow that or not. Calculate the cost to rent for 12 hours. Okay, so it says to calculate. So in this case, we're going to use our formula of cost is equal to 8 times T, and we're being asked for 12 hours. So that means it's going to be 8 times 12. So that's 96. So it's going to cost $96 for 12 hours. Now it said to calculate that. We can actually use our graph as well to figure that out. If we draw a straight line based on the points that we've already got graphed, and in this case we're going to actually have to go beyond the graph a little bit, because 12 hours right here is going to hit right there above the line, but that's one block up. So then if you add another 8, you'd be at 96 for that point there. So that would be a way to confirm that your calculation is right, or close to right anyway. So that's the show you know.